Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone, welcome back to my garden. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. In today's video I'll be giving you a little update of the garden, and I'll also be doing planting here and there around my garden, so stay tuned and let's start gardening. If you remember very well from the previous videos, in this area we've been having the orange calendula. So recently I removed all the orange calendulas, as I mentioned in my garden tour, and I replaced the calendula with nasturtiums in each container. Each container here have one single nasturtium, and I believe the nasturtium will be enough to just bring a little bit of pop of color here in this area. I also have seeded another nasturtium here in the center right over there, so yeah, I'm waiting for it just to pop up. And I also have these beautiful pansies that I started from seed. I don't know if you can see the color. It's just a mix of pansy seeds that I got from ShopRite. So out of all the seeds that I seeded, only these two were able to make it, and now they're blooming. These two containers on the side, these two containers, I'll be planting my coffea, and we'll be doing that today in this video. And we also have these two side containers, this container there and that container there. We have some of the snapdragons that have been growing in them, so hence that the snapdragon are facing or are going towards this a direction and leaving this space blank. So I decided to just put more plants here to fill up this container. Same goes for the other container as well. See, they're all facing some type of direction and just leaving a blank space, which I'm gonna also use to fill in the gap. This is another container that will be filling in today and planting some more pepper plants in here. This container here contains 2 dwarf tomatoes, but as you can see, these tomatoes, I don't know if they're gonna make it. If they make it, then I'll be very happy, but they look very bad. These are my 2 tomatoes that I'll be planting in this container. The black tomato there, that's a black cherry tomato, and these tomatoes here, these ones here, they're looking horrible as well. These are my Roma VF variety of tomato. Coming in this area, I've got this container, this grow bag container. I'm sure you must have recognized it because of the marigold there in the front. So this container, I'll be growing my lemongrass. I didn't want to take much of your time, so I just decided to fill up all my containers with potting soil and also add a little bit of fertilizer. And I also placed all the plants that we'll be planting today in their places. Right here I've got these buckets that I bought from the local supermarket. I filled them with potting soil and a little bit of fertilizer, and I'm using them to uppot the coffias. These are the coffias that I started from seed this year, and they've been laying around my garden in the DIY self-watering containers that I made. Next, I've got these 2 snapdragon containers that I'll be using the space around them to plant some snapdragons and the dianthus. As you can see right here, I've got this dianthus that looks quite root damaged due to too much water or overwatering So I just decided to plant them in this container so that I can be able to control the amount of water that I give them. The reason why I'm planting more plants in this container, even though this container looks quite small for the snapdragon itself, as you know that snapdragons, they grow quite big and quite large. So it's because I do not want to see bare space, and I just don't want to uh, allow a waste of space in my garden. Hence I have a very limited amount of space to grow, so I am trying to maximize my growing space as much as possible. So if I find there's a little bit of gap for me to plant more plants, then I will use it to my best advantage. We have arrived at my pepper area. This area is the area where I'll be planting most of my peppers. So right here I've got two marigolds. One is flowering and the other one is still tiny. The one that is flowering was previously grown in the grow bag, so I just decided to remove it from there and bring it here in this place. Here in the front I've got an orange snack pepper, and at the back right there I've got two sweet banana peppers. I've got these two tomatoes that I'll be planting in my raised bed, my vegetable raised bed. The first tomato that I have here is the Roma tomato, the VF1 Roma tomato. So what you want to do when it comes to transplanting your tomato is that you want to bury your tomato as deep as possible so that the tomato could be able to shoot more roots, so that it can be able to withstand heavy rain or heavy weather for the rest of the season. I've got these black cherry tomatoes, and this black cherry tomato, what I will do, I'll be taking this plastic bottle that I had prepared for my sweet peas. I had an attack with cutworms previously, so I just took a plastic bottle and I cut them into rings and I buried them into the soil. So I'll be using the same plastic bottle for the tomatoes to avoid any further damage or any future damage from the cutworms. What I'll be doing, I'll take this basil that is in between two of the tomatoes and just move it a little bit backwards because it was sitting way too close to the rope, as you can see right over there. So I just want to give it a little bit more space so that it can be able to grow uh, more upwards. I am transplanting my lemongrass into a grow bag because I do not want to grow lemongrass into a plastic pot due to its extensive root system, And I feel like due to the amount of root system it has, it can grow a plastic pot very quickly. So I decided to take a grow bag container and plant it inside, so that whenever its root system gets to become a lot, grow too much, then it can get some air pruning from the grow bag or from the sides on the grow bag. This grow bag is one of the grow bags that I had used to plant in my cucumbers in the previous video. So I just decided to not plant anything right now, and rather utilize it for the lemongrass. As you can see right here, this lemongrass has not been in this container for quite too long, but you can see how much roots have grown in such a very short time. If you've ever grown a lemongrass, please leave a comment as to what has your experience been, and what you use the lemongrass. For me, I have never grown lemongrass from seed, but I always grow my lemongrass from cuttings, and I always get my cuttings from my parents. So when it comes to lemongrass, I basically use it mostly for teas, but I hear other people they use it for spicing up their stews. It is best advised to transplant your plant early in the morning or late in the afternoon to avoid transplanting shock, and always remember to water your garden after that. I've reached the end of my video for today, so thank you for watching and thank you for your support. And please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. And also please don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you could be notified whenever I upload new videos. Assalamu alaikum, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.